Hello, good people. Richard here. Welcome back to Serve Your Time, our podcast and community that speaks about everything but life. We love to experience life as we know it. We speak about things that happen to us, with us, and for us, or maybe against us. Today, I have a special guest, our new member of the team. Very excited. I'll introduce her to you in a very short time. But she's been with actually us from 2014. She left at some point. However, we are back here, so that means it's a good thing. So what I'm trying to say is, serve your time is all about you know giving your best, giving your true self to society in whatever it is that you do. You could be a cleaner out there, you could be a painter out there, you could be a doctor, a carpenter, it doesn't matter, HR or marketing and communications. But all you do every day, in all the seconds, in every second you have, is to serve your time. So that is what this podcast is all about. That is what we believe that is happening in this world, in this planet. And I, for one, want to welcome you the channel. So my good friend here, Irene, she's not a new member to the team, but she's an expert in marketing, technology, and most importantly, communication. So she worked with us previously with our tech startup called Non-Afrique, where we basically call it Uber for lawyers. And what we did mostly back then until now is to connect, to bridge the gap between law and technology. So but after so many years of moving around back and forth, she's back the team. So Irene, first of all, I want to do two things. Number one,
Yeah.
you introduce yourself. Number two, as I said, this channel is all about serving your time, how you see life,
Yeah.
what you make of life, and
Yeah.
how you think and believe that serving your time
Yeah.
relates to what you do, because we believe that in serving your time
Yeah.
in whatever it is that you do, like I
Mm.
said,
Mm.
in your case, as a marketing expert and HR communication, I
Yeah.
believe you're serving your time. So first of all, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Secondly, tell people, how do you think you're serving your time?
Um, Thank you very much, Richard. Um, I'm glad to have this opportunity to have been seated here with you and serving my time actually. At this point, I'm Irene Nandi, a communication expert and HR um, expert, and serving my time as I well understand it better
Mm-hmm.
is
Bit more.
when
Mm-hmm. Continue.
you put yourself out there with regarding with what you have as either HR practitioners or communication experts, giving out yourself to people so that they get to understand and they get to know what you have, and also ensuring that you educate your community, and also giving your time to express yourself in terms of what you are in line with. Either you're a painter, you're a plumber, you're a HR, you're a lawyer, you're a business person, giving out yourself there to people so that everyone gets to know your expertise and everyone gets to know whatever you're working on and what people need to understand out there, on what you're working on and what they need to understand better in your line of business, in your line of um, duty, and in your line of your daily living. That's what I understand better as the serving your time.
Nice. Um, and if I may ask you, how do you think mostly, most of
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
myself inclusive,
Yeah.
miss out on the idea of understanding the concept of serving our time. Because I will tell you, I had an experience
Yeah.
not too long ago, maybe 2 3 months ago,
Yeah.
where a friend of mine, we're having discussions, debates about, you know, the channel and its name, and said, when you say have your time, are you telling me I'm gonna be doing prison time? You know? So I was
Oh.
like, okay, you
In
know,
terms of law, right?
exactly.
Okay.
So it's like, because mostly when you're in prison,
Yeah.
you know, you serve your time,
Yes.
right? However, when we had a further conversation, actually at some point we changed the channel to speak into serve your time.
Okay.
However, we realized that later on I discussed with, you know, several people, including so many friends, and I was never, I've never been more convinced that serving your time, as you just put it, is an ideal that speaks to life as we know it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I think it also speaks to value,
Yeah.
and sometimes we don't know what the value is, whether it's what we're offering as a value,
Yeah.
or what we are giving,
What you're
or what we are
giving
getting.
or what you're getting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this particular episode is supposed to be a very short one. This is for us to reintroduce our good member back to the team. However, Irene, like, you know, when we worked together, what was it,
2015, 2016, 2019 there.
2019?
Yeah.
At that time, you remember that non Freak, as you know it, you know, it was still a baby, and it still is, right? But I keep telling entrepreneurs
Yeah.
up to date that, you know, you have to have a very strong vision, and I think strong in this case means conviction, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that we have in Africa we have a problem which is beyond, um, it's not lack of knowledge per se,
Mm.
it's more of people understanding the challenges you face every day, hmm, and bridging the gap. Because you always hear people say in this Nairobi, natafuta do, hmm? Hmm? Natafuta do, natafuta pesa, looking for money. But the question is, what is looking for money, right? From where I stand, money is just but an exchange for value, okay?
Yeah.
So if you provide value, which is serving your time,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
money is the end product,
Yeah. Automatically, it will just
right?
at the end of the day.
You know,
Yeah.
so you, for example, you left the organization at some point after school, right?
Yeah.
Because you were doing an internship then,
Yeah. I was doing an internship, by the way.
Cindy.
Yeah.
But then I think what really pushed you back, if I'm being honest, is the value proposition.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because giving
At that
value,
time, I'd say that's what pushed me back.
okay,
Yeah.
and but no, I'm talking about like what brought you back now,
Okay.
because you've rejoined the organization like this year, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't take so much convincing. In fact, you were ready, like,
Yeah.
take me back, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see, if you didn't believe in the value,
Yeah.
okay, that we are giving, because
Mm.
for me that honestly speaks so much and speaks everything about serving your time.
Yeah.
Because money, I always tell people, and one day I'll prove people right. Money for me is the easier part. But what value are you giving?
What value you're giving to the society, actually? Yeah. Out
Bec-
there.
you know,
Yeah.
because yes, you can make billions, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
but then you can lose it
Yeah.
like very fast.
Yeah.
So as long as you have a consistent value proposition
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
chances are that you will continuously meet yourself.
Yeah.
So anyway, now that you're back, I want to tell our audience, because this particular episode is all about, you know, reviving
Mhm.
the value proposition, serving our time. what should they expect from videos, going forward. Because I know you're getting a big team around you. No, she's the boss going forward in these matters. But I want to know, like, what should people expect? Because originally,
Yeah.
when we began the channel, the idea, for me at least, was not to um, over edit and what. But then I realized, why not? You know what I mean? So, and that's the reason why I reached out to you, because sometimes there's actually an episode we did on this channel, on this
Yeah.
podcast, which was
Yeah.
called there's no such thing as a various value proposition. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you don't give value, so what should our audience expect from our big boss here, head of marketing?
Thank you so much for that opportunity to um, include me to express myself in your podcast and your channel. The serve your time, yeah. And what I've done to tell my viewers and our viewers is expect more professional videos, more of information that's educative, and more information that flows, and more information that's more relative, and I promise it's relatable. And I'd also want to say, um, serving your time is more preferably of um, what do you give to the society, what whatever expertise you're good at, how are you giving it back to your country, your society, your region, and your also family, um, and how well do you want your points to be well executed to other people out there, so that you get the flowing of information, flowing of how things are to be practiced, how things are to be um, well put in the society, because now we're having so different versions and opinions in us in our society as at now. And also would say to expect more of um, professional videos, professional content, and yeah, up to date contents in line with tech and law, in line with more of serving your time, more of giving back to the community, and also um, getting to know our platforms and getting to know our audience more. That's what I can say about serving our time here at Richard Mohereza's Associates.
Thank you so much, Irene. I'm excited, and sometimes, when you need help, you ask for help.
Yes.
I'm not a jack of all trades and a master of none. I've learned over the years as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a lawyer, that it's actually on your strength that you seek assistance.
Yeah.
And I believe that my good friend here is the right person. And I'll tell you, just watch this space. You'll be seeing a lot of his videos. Also, we'll be launching our sister company, Nonafric, which is Uber for lawyers. You'll be seeing a lot of Law on the Street series.
Yeah.
You'll be seeing a lot of information about the legal practice. But more importantly, we're all about bridging the gap between law, technology,
Yeah.
design,
Yeah.
but most importantly, speaking our stories. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, really.
Yeah, I'm also excited.
And normally we don't usually do videos where we are like saying we've hired, but this is exciting.
Yeah.
And because I believe in what is going to happen,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good things to come.
Yeah, sure.
And Irene is the best that I can ask for. And I'm excited.
I'm also excited for this chance, Richard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, good people,
Yeah.
like, subscribe, share, comment.
Mhm.
Let us know.
And keep it locked.
Keep it locked.
Yes.
And stay safe.
Yeah.
Irene,
Yeah.
this podcast has a tradition.
Okay.
So, whenever we're done with. Oh, by the way, if you notice, the studio is different. Okay, this is not my own making.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've tried our best.
pray to her.
Yeah.
And honestly speaking, this is the beauty of having professionals. I would never have thought about this. No, I'm serious.
Oh, okay.
Because ideally, we're thinking about doing it at the office, but then the dynamics,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of pivoting, but this looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You let us know. But
Yeah.
for me, my
Change
job,
is coming actually.
change is coming your way.
Yes.
So tunasemanga,
Mhm.
this is how we sign off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. We say both in Swahili and English.
Okay.
Mungu awabariki.
Okay.
God bless you.
Okay.
Mungu abariki Africa.
Okay.
God bless Africa.
Okay.
Kwaheri.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Muhereza out. But then when I say Muhereza, you'll say Nandi.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we like read it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What,
You just take the lead and then.
okay. Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mungu awabariki.
Mungu awabariki.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Mungu awabariki Africa.
Mungu awabariki Africa.
God bless Africa.
God bless Africa.
Muhereza out.
Nandi out.
Catch you in the next one.
Catch you in the
Keep
next
it strong.
one.
Oh, damn, I have a remote. Okay, what I did.